All right, everybody, we're back with Kelsey Plum here to talk USA basketball with us. So we can go ahead and get started with questions. Grady, go ahead.
Hi, Kelsey. What would it mean for you to be able to compete on the team for Paris?
Oh man, it would be a dream. I think for me, to be able to play on the United States Olympic team for 5-on-5 has always been, a lifelong goal of mine. And 3-on-3 was great. I joke, but I'm retired, and I am very happily moved on. And I'm just going to continue to get better, and whatever coach needs from me. I feel like I can fulfill a lot of different roles on this team, and there's so much talent. We kind of talked about it today. You just got to be great at the little things. And so that's what I'm working towards. And I'm grateful to be here for this opportunity.
And have there been any special moments or fun moments that you can share from this training camp so far with us?
Oh, great question. I just love the group. It's kind of a mix of like old faces, new faces. Got to spend some time with DT. So that's always been fun. Angel as well. She looks great. And then it's cool to have Jackie here, having one of my teammates here. It just means a lot. I love her to death, and I see how hard she works on a consistent basis. So, I wouldn't say one individual moment. I would just say kind of just collective memories of people.
Thank you.
All right, next we will go to Jackie.
Hey, Kelsey, thanks so much for taking the time this afternoon. I wanted to first ask you about your new role in the Players Association. You are, the second in command, and I'm really curious about what that election was like and what was your platform to get elected?
Yeah, I'm really proud to be vice president of the PA, and that's voted on by the players. So it means a lot that my peers feel like I can advocate on their behalf. And my job is to support and protect the players, and I take that very seriously. I feel like you got to give credit to the past committees and members that have been there. I've talked a lot with Sue and just learned a lot, and I appreciate what they've done. And I know. For me, let's be real, we got a big CBA coming up in 25. There's a lot of different things going on. And, we talk about being part of the change, but you can talk about it or be about it. So I'm someone that's not a politician. I just try to keep it real. And so I'm here to ruffle some feathers. And I think that people appreciated that. And that's why they put me in office.
I really appreciate that. And speaking of the big CBA coming up, there's been a lot of discussion about charter flights. Obviously, there was the scandal from last year, and now there's this salary cap circumvention of this year. And so I'm curious, with all of those things happening, does it give you ideas as to sort of what you want to be bargaining for in that big next CBA? And does that sort of shape how you all are going to prepare when it comes to considering what's next with that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that, when we meet, we take poll of what the players value the most in what order. So it's not about individually what our opinions are. It's about collectively, okay, we represent the players, and what percentage of players are wanting us to focus on number 1, 2, 3, 4. So can we go down the lines and, let's be real, when you are in a CBA collective bargaining, negotiation, you have to pick certain things to fight for. And so, when those things come to the surface, we will have to really sit down and figure out, as representative of the players like, what do we want? What's our main focus? And I think that they did a tremendous job on the last CBA. No one's going to be happy about everything. It's just reality, and so I think that we got to figure out what's best for this upcoming group, and that's different every year. And so, we're not there yet, but we will be, and I have a lot of faith that we'll get what we need.
Kelsey, thank you. I appreciate that, and enjoy the rest of camp.
Thank you.
Michael, go ahead. Can't hear you if you're talking.
Are you talking to me?
No, sorry, MA, vocal.
Oh, sorry
Okay,
about that.
my bad.
Sorry,
Sorry,
I forgot there too.
right.
My apologies.
Oh, no problem. Kelsey, if you can hear me, I have two questions if I could, one on your USA basketball and one more Aces related. Obviously there's sort of a changing of the guard, if you will, with USA basketball, but there's also, older players who've been there a while. Can you kind of give us a sense of what the voices are with USA basketball now, with some younger players stepping into bigger roles such as yourself?
That's a good question. I think that, and respectfully, I think the media kind of gets caught up in those specifics of like the changing of the guards and different things like that. And we have a new group in terms of a lot of new fresh faces. But as you can see from the last World Championships, we try to pick up where they left off. And I don't think it's necessarily one person. I think it's more by committee. It's by game to game. And, unfortunately, for example, the last World Championships, Chelsea ran point a lot. I did as well. And, were we the changing of the guards? I don't know. It's just more of the role that you're given, you're going to fulfill to the best of your abilities. And so I think that whatever team is filled, I think whatever players on that team are going to be very capable. The United States has the best talent in the world, and people really want to win. So I couldn't really tell you that there's like specific leaders here or there, but there's a consensus of people that want to put their egos aside to win.
Absolutely. Thank you for that answer. There's been off-season news that I would have to say has not been positive in reflection of the Aces. As both a member of the Aces, but also a member of high standing with, the Players Association, how do you balance those things and how you can address it and how you talk to other players about it?
Yeah, well, I appreciate you asking that. I think that's kind of like I was waiting for the question, to be honest. It's tough. I wear a lot of different hats. I'm best friends with Dearica. I am vice president of the Players Association, and I'm a very proud member of Las Vegas Aces. And, because the investigation is going on, I can't comment at this time, just based on, what's going on. And people have a job to do and they will do it. And we'll see, what happens. But in the meantime, I know that I can continue to support my friend and continue to be a proud member of the Aces and do my job as a VP. There are different hats to wear, and I feel like I wear them all. And, we don't get it right every day, but I am proud of, I feel like what I've been able to do in this moment and what I'll continue to do.
Kelsey, I think we all appreciate that answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jerry, go ahead.
How you doing, Kelsey? Jerry from USA Basketball. You mentioned how excited you are that Jackie's here with you at minicamp. Kind of tell me about you guys' relationship.
Oh man, Jackie's a beast. I don't think Jackie gets a lot of love, or the love that she deserves. I mean, this is someone that was a starting all-star last year. She was most improved, but a lot of times we look at that most improved award as kind of like a charity award in some cases. But I mean, she just works her butt off. Every year she comes back and gets better. I mean, she first got into the league, we asked her to play the 1. Then the next year we asked her to play the 2, and now she's playing the 3. She's guarding the best player on the other team night in and night out, and continues to put up really efficient numbers. We didn't talk about it enough, and she stepped out to the 3-point line and started shooting over 40%. So, I mean, pick one. You know what I mean? She's amazing. And I think what people don't see is, I see her in Vegas. She's in Vegas and she works every day. I see her lift. I see her shooting after. I mean, she's just someone that wants to continue to grow. And that's what makes winning teams, is people like that. So shout out to Jackie. And I hope we continue to give her flowers, because, I saw a post when Candace posted and they posted 4 of us. And I'm like, man, we won't win that championship without Jackie. We got to post all 5. So I appreciate you asking that question. And Jack deserves a lot of love.
Thank you for that.
Meredith? Meredith, you're muted.
You never really learn. It's pandemic
okay.
now. Yeah, I'm trying. I know that you spent a little bit of time last season going back and forth with Tom Brady. I'm wondering what your reaction was to the retirement news.
Listen, I'm really happy for him. You know, I think that he just came out and was very straightforward that, you know, he was done. You know, for me as a player, I'm obviously going to miss him, but I really just appreciate the legacy he's left. And you can't say enough about how he treats people. You know, to be honest, that to me is even more impressive than the Super Bowls, to continue to have a sense of grounding and just, you know, care about people. So I really appreciate him. I'm proud that I can wear Under Armour Brady brand. So what an amazing human being, and best of luck in his $3,300 million bazillion dollar announcing career.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Howard, go ahead.
Hey, Kelsey, good to chat with you. I just wanted to get your sense more generally as a VP in the union. The fact that we're seeing skyrocketing valuations for teams. Just today, there's a report about the Seattle Storm at $151 million. The Aces were sold for $2 million just a few years ago. The incredible amount of money that's coming into women's sports. Do there need to be more mechanisms for that to get to players, whether that is a change from a hard salary cap or any other way to be able to find a different way forward financially? Or does this CBA allow for it to happen?
Oh man, so that's a great question. I think that we'll see. You know, the CBA, though it seems far, it is right around the corner. And again, kind of what I said earlier, you know, we're not going to be able to fight for everything, but we are going to have to pick a couple of things that we want to stand on, and that'll be up to the players. So I couldn't tell you exactly what that's going to be, but I will say that I do feel like there is, I mean, we know like Gen Z watches women's sports 35% more. We know the TV ratings are skyrocketed. We know that the viewership and the want is there. So, you know, we have a lot of validity in our arguments. And it is exciting. It's a very exciting time to be a part of the WNBA. And, you know, it's so funny being here at camp and talking to Dee and just talking about how far it's come and things like that. And, you know, I think at times we have to reflect and see like, wow, like we're really toddlers in this game, but we're doing great and we're going to continue to push. And like I tell you, I do really feel like it's going to continue to take off, and proud to be a part of it.
Appreciate your time.
Megan.
Hey, KP, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today. You briefly touched on your 3-on-3 time. Can you talk a little bit more about it? What do you feel like you learned the most from it? What did you like? And how can it add to what you can contribute to the 5-on-5?
Oh, man. 3-on-3, I think it's tremendous for growing your IQ. I think that you have to think in real time. There's no coaches out there to kind of, you know, stop and coach and call timeouts. You're kind of player-led. So you're making adjustments on the fly. I also really think it's just good for your stamina. You have to be in shape to play. I mean, it is fast, it is physical. And we all know that when we get tired, it's hard to think. So you have to really build in extra stamina. And that was one of my proudest moments, you know, playing with Alicia, Steph, and Jack in Tokyo. And we had Kara, but Kara was in the stands, and Kara can't really communicate with us. She can give us kind of the tools before the game. We have a game plan, but you got to go out there and, you know, execute. And again, just be able with that group. Very proud. And, you know, I understand that a lot of these teams year round compete in these world tours. And so, you know, the United States, we have our hands full. So it was really cool to be able to win that one for the USA, but it's an amazing game, and I really encourage the youth to play it.
Awesome. And on a lighter note, because I know the questions have been kind of serious, you know, it's February, we're getting close to March. Any plans for tournament coverage? Because last year you, DT, Sue, like that was the best coverage I've ever seen.
Oh man, that was still to this day was one of the best moments. I think, you know, for me, we'll see. I'm not really sure. I don't know their plans. I'm always down. Like if they invite me, I'm in. And then you should have the camera rolling always for them. But yeah, no, I had a great time, and hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, and best of luck at camp.
Thank you.
Okay, we're actually gonna let KP go since we've got more to come. So be back here with Marina shortly. Thanks, everybody.